And this Emmy Award-winning program wouldn't be possible without your support. Thank you to the members of Channel 9. You make it possible.
We've done a number of stories about St. Louisans who've gone to New York or Hollywood and made it big. But I think Ruth Ezell's story tonight may be the first one we've ever done about somebody who did it the other way around.
Well, good evening, friends.
To her adoring fans, Jeannie Trevor is the First Lady of St. Louis Jazz.
Dear, when you smile at me, I hear a melody. It haunted me right from the start.
But for the record, this pixie of a singer with a rich, versatile voice doesn't think of herself as a jazz artist.
I had studied the classics. I wanted to be an opera singer. I realized at the time there weren't that many scholarships like they have now, or you'd have to go right to Europe. And I was lucky to get down the corner from Harlem at the time.
Harlem is where Trevor was born and raised. She was exposed to a variety of music and got to hear many of the country's foremost jazz and pop performers live at Harlem's venerable Apollo Theater.
It was a family affair. You might see Duke Ellington. As a youngster and a gushy girl, I always loved to see Billy Eckstine.
Oh, yeah.
No, everybody swooned. He
was handsome.
Gosh, you aren't kidding. He was really handsome. And you'd see people like Nat Cole.
Don't tell me the lights are shining, any place but there.
Did you know right away that you wanted to be like them, to be on stage like them?
Well, I knew that even before then because my father was a performer. And that's how, I got the bug or whatever, the DNA, I don't know what you call it.
He was a musician?
He was a singer and a guitarist from his hometown, back when folks' hometown, Richmond, Virginia. And that's, how they moved up to New York. He got signed up with an agency.
After high school graduation, Trevor headed to the West Coast with relatives. She enrolled in Los Angeles City College as a drama major and worked as a secretary to put herself through school. Trevor got her first professional singing engagements in L.A. and San Francisco, and she acted with a Black Reparatory ensemble. Trevor also got a small movie role in the 1959 Western, The Oregon Trail. Then, in the early 1960s, a musician who was a friend of Trevor's cousin suggested they relocate to St. Louis.
He told us about a place they were starting, or had started, called Gaslight Square. So that's where that comes in. And they were very amenable to talented new faces.
I first saw Jeannie in 1962 in Gaslight Square. I didn't know her at the time, but I saw her, a number of times performing because she was one of these singers to go to.
Al Becker is host of a jazz show on KDHX Radio and a close friend of Jeannie Trevor.
I know of no one else in jazz that really sounds like her.
The man that won you.
I think she just acquired it over the years. If you listen to some of her early recordings, and she made a number of 45s during the Gaslight Square era, Gaslight Records, Norman Records.
Records that include Somebody Knockin'.
Whoa, Martha. Whoa, Mary. Somebody's knocking at the door.
Besides Gaslight Square, longtime followers of Trevor remember her days in the St. Louis Jazz Quartet. It was formed in 1969 by Young Audiences Incorporated. Trevor, who has continued to work with the organization since then, performed on college campuses with the quartet and traveled the world to introduce the music form to younger generations.
We went to Australia, Alaska, Senegal, Africa, Torino, Italy.
And they performed with symphony orchestras, the St. Louis Symphony among them.
All the sad young men sitting in the bars.
Another Trevor performance with a string section backup was on March 18, 2007. She was the featured soloist with the Webster University Symphony Orchestra.
The 4 numbers she did were absolutely incredible. I've never heard her sing with the symphony before. Her voice is not only powerful, she can hold a note amazingly long, and which she did Sunday night, and a couple of people in the audience just gasped.
Trevor has used her acting talents on stages across St. Louis for many years. Here she played the role of Old Sal in the Muni's 2006 production of Oliver. Jeannie Trevor even worked here at the Continental Life building, where radio station KADI played all jazz all the time. She spun platters for a couple of years after the demise of Gaslight Square. She's also done her share of work making commercials. Trevor's ability to adapt to the times has allowed her to consistently earn a full-time living as a performer. Trevor's professionalism and upbeat personality has earned her the respect and affection of the local entertainment community. Case in point, what happened to her at the 2007 St. Louis Jazz and Heritage Festival. A severe afternoon thunderstorm temporarily shut down the festival, and as a result, Trevor's scheduled performance was canceled. But fellow singer Nancy Kransberg invited Trevor on stage during her set to sing a few tunes. That's how it is when you're jazz royalty, and Trevor's loving every minute of it.
It's been fun, I tell you.